Hi and greetings and welcome fellow R360s? No, 360 camera operators. Hey. Now this, as you can see, is my little little tiny office that we've got here. We're just working out on a few things, a few things on my computer graphics. Here you can see like my 3ds Studio Max, trying to recreate my old spaceship and failing miserably. Back over here we've got things like my old YouTube stuff and such. Now what this little video is you're looking at the moment is basically a test. It has got no purpose other than the fact of just figuring out, can I actually use this, can I do this? Now as you can see, I've just recently purchased a a Nikon KeyMission 360 camera. Sorry, itchy nose. A 360 camera that's supposed to do a complete 360-degree viewfind. It is waterproof, up to 30 meters. And also has self-stitching software inside the actual hardware. So when I finished taking this picture, which is also done in 4K resolution, so that's a good advantage of using 4K rather than 1080p, because 1080p, although it looks great on a single screen, when it's used on surround video or 360 video, the resolution really lacks or really drops. It needs the 4K resolution to get a more sharper, crisper video, but that's at the cost that it will call a heck of a lot more data storage needed to do this, and therefore might be much slower in downloading from YouTube. Now, as I said, this is like a trial. You can see the mess that is this room at the moment. Well, as I said, we've only recently just moved into it and we haven't been able to get everything all tidied out. But this is basically what we're going to be using as the office, what I'm going to be creating my 3ds Max work on and such. Now this camera is supposed to have I think it's supposed to keep like 2 or 3 feet distance, which is kind of a problem, so you might notice that there is going to be a lot of stitching effects in here. Now let's go down to the brass tacks of this camera. Pros and cons. Firstly, the cons. I have been told that the software on this camera is absolutely useless. I mean, if you can get it to work, it's a good extra advantage, such as remote kicking off and such, but so many people are having problems with the software that they've returned it on the basis that they just don't like the software. However, I didn't get this camera on if it's got good software or not. I got it down on the hardware. Now I was told the best usage of this is to basically flip into airplane mode, ignore all the software, save and press the replay button and let it download everything to the SD card. And then once that's done, once you're finished, take the SD card out and slot it into the computer. It's a micro SD card in there, but it comes with a proper micro to standard SD adapter. So I can just split the the micro SD card from there into here and pop that into the computer. But at the moment that SD card reader is empty because it's in the camera right now. It's recording this. Right now, as I said, that's the cons or the downside of it. However, as I said, the upside, it's 4K resolution, which is what we really need to have a proper 360 video. It is full 360, so you should be able to see everywhere around, including down. But as I'm mounted on a tripod rather than a monopod, you will probably see the tripod legs down there. What else? Yeah, it's also waterproof up to 30 meters, so I'm going to have a little test of that. see what good stuff that we can get in underwater. It's an action cam. I have no idea what an action cam is supposed to mean, but it does come with a little rubber boundary, so hopefully it becomes a little bit shock resistant if I drop it or such. Yes, stuff. Sorry, I just sort of like reminded of when I went out shopping for a 360-degree camera. I went down to Curry Worlds, and there was some, what they said was 360-degree cameras out there, but they, to be perfectly honest, they weren't. I think they're stretching the name. Let's take, for example, the Fly 360. It's got 360 in the name, so they say it's a 360 camera. 360's in the name, so let's see, what does it do? Oh, it does 260 or 270. So yeah, it's only got a single lens. They're going to try and push onto you single lens 360 cameras. So I think if it's a single lens, how can it be a proper 360 camera? It's not. It's just one very wide angle lens. I mean, it was like boasting it's the world's widest wide angle lens and such. And I thought, whoa, is it 360? Yeah, it's a 360, it's in the name. Okay, so what's the field of view for this wide angle lens that's only got one on top and nothing on the underside? Oh, 290 I think, but then it's not 360. So how on earth can they market it off as a 360 camera if it doesn't do full 360? And I saw quite a few of them on the range, single lens 360 cameras that doesn't do full 360. You get a little area at the bottom that is supposedly that you can't, that it can't reach, a small little circular area. But even if it's just a small circular area, it's still not full 360. So that's what we're going to see if this is on. Also, yes, I am babbling a little bit just to see how long this would last, because I'm kind of curious. Inside there at the moment is a 64 gigabyte mini SD card, and I'm wondering how much data that would actually hold. Second of all, well, I kind of charged that up last night, so I'm wondering how long will the charge hold. I think it should take a good while, but I've got no real way of actually reading it. I think I did see that it can hold up to approximately about 1.5 hours or so for a full 360 video. Now, some of the other things that I do want to do with this camera once it's up and running is, say, the stuff at Woodhouse. Because we're doing, when we do amateur dramatics at Woodhouse, you've got people who are up on stage acting out the plays and such. There's a lot of training and rehearsals. But I thought it might be nice just to put this camera up on stage whilst you're doing rehearsals, maybe even like dress rehearsals or lighting rehearsals, and just see what happens. See if you can get some decent fun with that. Or maybe even if I could like tie it to a hot air balloon and see what I can throw a little balloon and see if it floats off, or to the back of a kite. I don't know. Okay. But I think that we're going to have some fun with this camera. We're going to take it around and maybe like take it to work and just see how people react to it, or like take it out to dinner and see the world around, or I don't know. But as I said, want to try and see what we can find. If you've got any ideas, please let me know, and put your notes down in the comments. Tell me what you think, what we should be doing with this camera. Yeah, so this week I'm going to be focusing on trying to get that Chinese account up and running, like I said. And then there's the Sci-Fi London, which the 360 camera will be paying homage to. So I'm going to be bringing the camera on to that the Hack Stock event. So that will be cool. And yes, I mean, I could possibly use this camera here when I'm going through doing some of my animations and videos. Now, I don't know how that looks from there because I haven't seen the video footage yet, but as you can see here, on the screen, I'm trying to work on 3ds Max here, and on that screen, if you can see it, is the videos that I'm trying to re-render from the Space Stick Men Adventures. Pew pew. Right, let's see if we play some music. Actually, I better not, because that would get copyright infringement put on it. Unless I try and see if I can get that taken off. Yeah, okay, I'll see if, yeah, if that comes up with the copyright, I'll see if I can get that muted out at the beginning. But we'll see. Right, what else we've got here? Minimize, go away. Let's see. Minimize. What was that? Oh, that was my Steam account. I'm trying to sort out PSVR frame. Also, I want to do with that PSVR frame. So. My name is Fat Max. I hear you've been talking to my boy here, Frank. He knows what he's talking about with PlayStation VR. We've got all these wonderful exclusives that he has been showing on his channel. Please check out my boy Frank. He's a good boy. Good boy. He does his thing right. Oh, sorry, got the ring in my throat here. Just a little something that I want to try out with him. Yeah, I do quite like his channel, and he seems to be doing quite a lot with his stuff. And hopefully I might be able to try and get something sorted out. I've just asked him recently if he could just do a little shout out for the upcoming Sci-Fi London Film Festival. Yeah, he seems like a really top-notch bloke who does what he and stuff. Yep. Go away. Okay. Oh yes. As I said, that's been like a little test video. I don't know if I'll put this up on YouTube or not. As I said, this is more or less just to see if this camera actually works. If I do, great. Yeah, I filled up another day. If not, well, got it. But yeah, have fun. Please like and subscribe. I'm sure there's lots of stuff that's going to be coming our way, whether it's be PSVR games that's coming out on the store, or it's going to be stuff with the 360 camera, or it's going to be stuff that I'm going to be making from 3D Studio Max. Those are going to take a while to actually make, because they take an absolute age for me to actually get onto the computer and start working on it. I'm too busy playing Stardew Valley or something, or Andromeda. But yeah, once I've managed to get full grips with that, we'll start having some series from that. And yes, cool. Thanks very much for watching. And how the heck am I supposed to turn this thing off?